Testing. Can you hear us? Cool.
Oh, lighting looks good.
Does look good. They should be able to hear us, right? Oh shoot.
Need your
Okay.
chat box.
I think I need the chat box. So hopefully I can get it going without having to restart the stream.
Hey.
And the dog's being a brat because he just woke up from a nap. Pop out chat.
He doesn't know what to do with himself in here yet, like Bruce does.
He doesn't.
Like, Bruce understands when we're in here. He's like, this is nap time for me. I just lay down
Don't give him
and I
attention,
sleep.
just so you know. Because it's going to just... Going in the future, it'll just make him need that attention.
Justice, lay down. Lay down.
Okay, we got the chat box. We all here?
Good boy, Justice.
Roberta, we're going to do lives like 2 times a week.
Hey.
Sundays, in the Doghouse with the Coreys. We got Bruce Wayne back there. You know, we're letting him have his own space back there. And then Thursday, late morning, early afternoon, Coffee and Courses with Jason Corey. I don't know if you missed that one, but so 2 times a week I'm going to try for.
I wish I could be on that second
I wish you could be on that one too. She's like the coffee one. Yeah.
Getting in the way.
Before I get started, some housekeeping notes. We have a new merch drop, the Grunge Collection. I designed everything.
Look at that.
Limited time only though. So like, don't be messaging me in a month going, hey, where are those shirts? They're limited time only. So once they're gone, they're gone. So you guys have to hop in the description box. You're going to see my merch down below. That's where you can get it. We have this one. That one's sick. We have 4 altogether.
Is that coming in size small? Can
Yeah,
I get
small.
it in small?
Small. I think small is, I don't know if they do extra small, but they do small.
I'll take small. An oversized tee is in.
I designed another one based off the Batman logo because, you know, we all love Batman. So Cane Corso, and we got like, I have some Bruce imagery in there. That one's pretty sick. Let me show you the other 2. We have this one. Boom. And the 4th one. Man, I love all these. They literally just came in Friday. I haven't promoted them yet. This is the first time I'm promoting them.
I literally like all of them too. From like a female, like sometimes, like I'm like, oh, I like it, but for a guy, these I like all of them. I was just ignoring him to see if he would stop.
He's not. I'll just create him if so. We don't need justice for the life. We got Bruce Wayne.
Let's give him a chance.
We'll give him a chance. Yeah, let's give him a chance.
Unless
you get a chance, bro. Here's your chance.
I just touched.
What'd you touch? Don't touch the cords.
The white cord. My toe touched
She touches things and just messes it up. I'm like, don't touch anything.
Basically, anything I do is I mess up.
No, not true. Not true. Technology with this though, yeah. We gotta be careful. Okay, so let me actually. I need to read a DM to you guys.
Good boy.
Let me read a DM. You want to check the chat box for me?
Sure.
Let me find that DM.
Justna. Is it quiet or is the sound good, guys?
I can turn it up more if you guys need it up. How's the sound? What up, John? Thank you, Roberta.
Happy Sunday, guys.
Happy Sunday. Is it too quiet? I can turn it up. I don't want to like blow your eardrums. I know there's a little bit of a lag between what I say, so I'm going to give you guys a second.
The reason why sometimes Justice has consistently been cranky for these is because he takes a nap before we do them. And that's partly because the setup for this is a lot of work for Jason. And I was busy doing other stuff too. Sundays are super busy. So he tends to nap. And then when we come to do this, he's like, yay, I'm awake. It's family time.
But we did just play with him at Rough House with Bruce and Justice. Okay. So, what was the name of this? My Nightmare Puppy?
My Nightmare Puppy,
My Nightmare Puppy.
Yes.
I don't know how many DMs I get, like, per day. And unfortunately, I can't answer all your DMs, guys. I try. If it's, like, a repetitive question, like, just a lame question, like, how big is your dog? Or, where'd you get your dog? Or, you know, how big is this crate? I can't answer that stuff a million times. I probably get 1 DM every 2 minutes.
Yeah, so and, like, a lot of information's in your videos,
yeah,
too.
it's to the point where I just can't answer everyone. But I haven't answered this person, but I got it today at, I got it yesterday at 6:30 p.m. I was just checking DMs today. So I haven't responded to it yet, but it gave me the idea.
People are still saying turn it up, they can't hear us.
Turn it up? Okay, hold on. How's that? Is that better? Boom. We got you up.
Can you hear me now?
I'm sure they can hear us now. Okay. So my nightmare puppy, and my last video actually really, I think you guys, not my last video, what's it called? Let me see. I have a video called You Will Fail Dog Training Without This, My Purpose. I would check that out after, you know, you guys are done watching this. But that can really serve you beneficially if you have a nightmare puppy. I feel like everybody should watch that.
I agree. I think it was a really, like the perspective you gave in that video, I think just hits it at a different angle.
It does.
For your training. So
here's just one of hundreds of DMs I get, like literally around the same type of issues. And it's about a puppy being a nightmare. Hi Jason, I have a 5-month Cane Corso male, but he's always barking and growling around people. I don't know what to do. I get this, or I get, my puppy is so aggressive towards me. My puppy's growling at me. My puppy has food aggression. My puppy won't stop whining. It's literally a nightmare for these people. And puppies can be a nightmare. I mean, even a super well-behaved puppy can be a nightmare because
he gets cranked.
He gets cranked. He gets cranky. And having a puppy, no matter how good they are, and Justice is great, it completely throws off your routine. So if you're a creature of habit like myself, who does not like the routine broken, and I told her, I was very vocal, I'm like, that's what was stressing me about getting a puppy. I'm like, I need my sleep, or I just like get physically ill.
He's literally the most routine person you will have ever met, down to the minute.
I was talking to Quinn today, she's the same way.
Is she really?
Because she said she has to go home to dog sit, and she's like, she loves it, but she hates even going home to Utica because it throws off her routine that much.
Yeah. I get it.
So, yeah, I'm super routine.
I love a little change up to the routine.
But I need sleep, though. I literally...
No, it's critical for your health.
It's detrimental to how I feel. Mentally and then physically as well. I don't want to flare up. I try to avoid...
same with how you eat. Your eating is super particular.
I have to eat
routine.
super particular. I don't eat like a normal person. I basically can't eat like a normal person. So that stresses me out, too. It's like, you know... So... let me actually, know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play this video for you, not the whole thing, but I just want you to hear my starting message in this video. And then we can kind of discuss it before we go into like Q&A.
Cool.
And everyone say hello to Elgato XO. Her name is Lexi.
What's up, Lexi?
What up, Lexi? Lexi mods for us. Any disrespectful comments, Lexi? I have a zero tolerance policy. Like, you don't even get like your comment removed, block them from the channel. I have a zero tolerance policy. Disrespectful? Nope, not in my dime.
You want to give a shout out to what's occupying JJ, or am I going to jinx it?
Okay, what's occupying JJ right now is this fender hammer. If you go to the description box, scroll down, you'll see something that says harnesses and gear. You can get yourself a hammer. They have a big one and they have a little one, and you get 10% off using that link associated along with code Jason. All right. So let me just, in case you guys missed this, I'm just going to play the beginning of this video. I have to put it on screen share here. tell you what I was talking about. So what I was talking about is you need like a purpose with everything in life, or you're just not going to achieve your goals, right? If you set out to do something, but you don't know why you're doing it or don't have a purpose behind it, you're gonna just fall off the bandwagon. That goes from fitness to how you eat, to how you raise your dogs, to even getting a dog.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, it seems just common, and I'll tie this back to kids. You know, in our last video, like family, when you having kids, like why we don't want kids. And a lot of people fall into that trap, same with getting a dog, because it's the normal thing to do for humans.
Right.
They have kids and they get pets, okay? I don't want kids and I want pets.
Justice, lay down.
But there is a purpose, I'm gonna hold on a second.
Justice, sit. Lay down. Good boy. Is that too close, Jeff? I think that's too close.
I just don't touch enough, that's fine.
Okay. Keep an eye.
So, having a purpose is going to, oh look at, Jonah, is that how you say it, Jonah?
Jonah? I would think so.
Jonah's a member, you know, a member. Actually, before I get into this, one more housekeeping thing. I started a members section. I'm going to show you how to get there. So let me just scene.
Cool. Okay. I like that it shows like who's a member too.
It does. That's the thing. See, he's got the Bruce Wayne head. It's awesome. So it's easier for me to like spot the members in the comments.
Yeah.
Then I can like, you know, make sure I chat with them. So my purpose and her purpose with getting dogs is, especially with Bruce, before we got Justice, with Bruce, it was like we wanted a dog that we could just bring everywhere, like make part of our family, that we could throw in the car. We don't need to worry about. He's going to be well trained, and we can have out in public. And that purpose carried over through our training, because that's what we wanted to achieve. So we had like this end goal, this purpose. So I feel like a lot of people get a puppy, like this person here that DM'd me. And she's got a 5-month-old Corso, and I have no background information other than what I read to you guys. And I'm guessing she has done little to zero obedience work because she doesn't have a purpose. You know, she just wants a dog to walk around the house, possibly. I'm not saying this is like for sure, but possibly just a dog that you're just going to feed and walk and think everything's fine and dandy, which isn't the case, because your dog's going to have a very poor life, and you're not going to have an obedient dog, and you're going to have a dog that takes over. And you don't want a 150-pound dog taking over your life.
You know why a lot of people get dogs too? Their kids want one.
Their kids want one.
One of the biggest thing I hear. Oh, my son wants a dog really bad, and you got a dog.
Yeah.
So now you got the dog.
And it's got a crappy life.
Makes the kid happy, but what's the purpose for the dog?
Exactly. Exactly.
You fulfilled the kid's purpose. They got what they wanted. Now.
And that's actually a perfect spin to have on it. What's your dog's purpose?
Right.
You know, like Bruce has a purpose, Justice has a purpose. So like having a purpose for your dog.
Yeah.
You know, is your dog a hunting dog? They have a purpose.
Right.
Is your dog a guardian dog that looks over the house, you know, looks over the yard, lets you know when people are coming up the driveway, intruders, you know, is a companion to you. That can really go a long way.
Yeah.
Because having a purpose and a job tires your dog out.
Right.
Anytime like he's like on guard duty and like something big happens, he's like exhausted. And he's happy because he did a job.
Right.
A happy dog is a tired dog, and a tired dog is a happy dog, which is a very good thing to have in your house. What's he doing?
He's got the hammer on me.
And he's clumsy. Justice is clumsy still. He's like the 17-week-old clumsy
little drunk. He just like
puppy.
Falls over.
Yes. And also because our voices are higher pitched, he's getting like hyped up.
Right. It's interesting though, because I never really thought about a dog's purpose or what their background was and what needs they need to fulfill, like until we started looking into this breed. And I will fully admit, I just wanted to go by looks with a dog, which I think is pretty relatable for a lot of people. This is on him. 1 second. That would be bad.
Bruce is like, what is the dog doing? He's
I think
annoying.
that's pretty relatable though. Like people are like, oh, that's a pretty dog. I want it. And I remember there were certain dogs that I liked the way they looked. And you're like,
no, he just bit the mic pack.
Not good, dude. Let's get him out from under the couch.
Justice, you got like 30 seconds to stop being a D.
Figure it out, bro.
Or you get crated, buddy. You get crated.
It's like I'm under this couch.
You bite his foot, you're going in the crate.
Bruce is not amused. Can you see Bruce's face?
What were you saying, Kara, about getting a dog for looks?
So, like, that was something I wanted, and Jason was like, yeah, no, we're not getting a super high-energy dog unless you plan on, like, taking it for, like, 2 5-mile runs a day, or, you know, like, looking at all those characteristics beyond just how a dog looks and what their purpose is and if it meets your lifestyle or not.
Yes.
I'll be honest, I didn't think about that. Well, we did a little bit with our English Bulldogs. We were in an apartment at the time, so we had to think about what the dog's needs were and if that was fair.
Yep.
But I think we thought about it a lot more, at least I did, with getting this breed.
And actually, I'm going to put him in this crate.
Okay.
Can you stand for a second? You can entertain these people. Can I see that?
Yep.
You can get to him. Justice, let's go. Bruce, stay.
Bruce, stay.
Justice, let's go.
He's like, I don't know how to get out from under here. Come on. Come on. You can't stand when you're under it. I'm going to have to pull him out a bit. Okay. Now you can go. Go see Daddy. Good boy. Go on. Bruce, stay.
Justice, let's go.
All right. So, all right.
Good boy.
We will try to plan this at some point after JJ has not just had a nap, but the whole sit down, behave, it's a lot for him. Although at the gym with us, he's phenomenal for, I was just saying this to Jason earlier, for his age, for him to be at the gym with us for over an hour, and he goes on command, he lays down, he behaves, he's very attentive. So, but yeah, this shows you guys the reality. He is still a puppy. So
it's
even
videos,
though
he gets like, he does not.
he doesn't understand.
Anytime on video, like compared to not filming, it's just like night and day difference.
Yeah. Whereas he's just like, I feel like
he hears my bag and zip, my camera bag, and he's like gets up from sleeping.
Purpose.
Like, I have a gym. I have a job to do.
He knows part of his purpose with filming videos. It's almost like he enjoys it and he gets ready.
Yes.
Like he prepares and he sits up really tall for you.
Yeah, he does. It's funny.
And he knows in here, like anytime I come in this room, particularly because we've done so many videos in here, that he's like, I get to lay down and take a nap while mommy talks.
Yes. He loves it. He loves it.
Your head is so big.
So, going back to this comment, like we were saying, my puppy's always barking and growling around people. I don't know what to do. That, you know, could probably easily be solved just through some very, very strict obedience training.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of socialization. Bruce and Justice had like amazing socialization yesterday. We brought him to the mall.
Can't wait for you guys to see that video.
Walked around the mall. That video will probably be up Monday or Tuesday, so make sure you're subscribed and you have the notification bell turned on so you're notified when it goes up. We're allowed to bring dogs to the mall. We went in one store. It went one store.
Because they said, he's like, oh yeah, dogs are, come on in, dogs are allowed.
Was it, no, oh, in the store? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because first we're just going to like walk around the mall. Like, you know, it's an indoor mall. And then we're like looking in the store and he said, yeah, dogs can come in here. So we went in.
Yeah.
But it was such a good socialization experience for Justice. I had Kara have Justice on leash. I took Bruce like 90% of the time because essentially I'm with Justice all the time. And I told Kara, it's like, I'm like the cream of an Oreo cookie. And she's like the butt ends because she starts the day with the dogs and ends the day with the dogs.
Right.
You know, she gets them up and going in the morning. And then at night she feeds them. I feed them during the day.
Right.
So I got like all this stuff in the middle of the day, so I'm with the dogs more.
Yeah.
Now that we have Justice really far along with his obedience training, despite barely doing any obedience training, by the way.
Right.
It's like, okay, he knows the commands. Once the person teaching has the dog like basically set with the dog understanding what to do, then you kind of pass it off.
You gotta have the other person start to
have the other person do it,
which is how it works. Like it can get overwhelming for you as both leaders and also the dogs if two different people are like trying to learn the command. So it helps that like Jason really instilled that leadership with him first. And I knew that I needed to start working with him too, because I could tell the second like Jason said something, JJ perked right up and he was like drawn to Jason. So now it's my time to get him to kind of look at me in that way. And yesterday was huge progress and it was purposeful. And we could tell today that the purpose yesterday paid off, because today I took the lead with Justice again with going into the gym and commanding him. And the past couple times I would have done that, he would have still been looking at Jay and Bruce, but instead he was with me 100%. He wasn't looking back at them. He was like, I'm on my mom's command and we're going in the gyms.
Yep, it was very awesome to see. And that's, you know, Justice is picking things up super fast, and I've said this before. He's light years ahead of Bruce's obedience training, and it's because of Bruce, because not just because of Bruce, but he sees Kara and myself direct Bruce with a command.
Yeah.
And since he wants to be like Bruce, he starts associating the command with what Bruce is doing. So Bruce is like basically saying, when I say sit, Bruce sits. Justice is like, oh, he's associating the two. So it's made training so easy.
Bruce has basically done as much training as Jason has with Justice.
Yes, it's made it super easy.
It's really nice.
So like once kind of probably like in a few weeks when it's a little bit warmer out, I want to start having her work with Justice while I have Bruce next to me, and try to start associating. So essentially when I say command just to Bruce, they both do it. And if I say it to Justice, Bruce does it. So I'm going to try to start first teaching Bruce when she's commanding Justice around that she means Justice, not him. Like basically I'm going to have him on a stay. If she says, Justice, let's go. You know, I'm going to have Bruce on his leash, and I'm going to like correct him if he gets up and goes.
Right.
You know, that's how we're going to do things. But I just want it to be a little bit warmer out. I want Justice to be a little bit more understanding of everything.
Right.
Not too much going on. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Will Flower's comment is super pertinent as well, writing if it's in the home or when they're trying to socialize, they may need to fully ignore the pup until it calms, like complete disregard. It can help, especially when talking to the person. Yep, that's true, especially like not only ignoring the pup, but we've been doing sometimes too, we're not always letting everyone come up and engage with the puppy either,
past few days I haven't
he's
been.
like super eager to meet everyone, and you can tell it's like he wants to go off command. And so we're also trying to teach him too that you don't get everything you want either, and you have to display that self-discipline. And
like the past 3 days at the gym,
Yeah.
I wouldn't let people pet the puppy. People have came up to pet the puppy. Like people have actually just came up and petted him without asking, and I'm like, no, don't pet the puppy, and then explain why. I mean, it's just common courtesy anyways. People should ask if they can pet your dog.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. Well, it's different. Let me change that. If they don't know you, people know Bruce.
Right.
So, you know, we have friends at the gym. Cool if they come up and pet him. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
if it's a
they don't
stranger,
need to
it's a
ask.
difference if it's a stranger.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, if you've never spoken
if
with
you've
us,
never spoken with someone before, and just don't go up and pet their dog without talking to them. You know, there's multiple people that come up without asking us to pet Bruce, but we know them. You know, I know how Bruce is with them. But I've also had to tell those people, I'm like, yeah, sorry, you can't pet the puppy right now.
Right.
Because I was really working with him, like she said, to let him know he's not getting everything he wants.
Yeah.
You know, build up that level of, what's the word? Tolerance? Where he can just stay.
Patience,
and he's like, gets all
tolerance.
wiggly and stuff like he was right there.
his tail
He's
starts
like,
going,
he's
and he
like-
starts like doing a bear crawl to like inch towards the
yeah,
people.
it's like bear crawling, stay, bro.
Yeah.
And it's not a stay.
Yeah.
Bear crawl is not a stay.
Right.
I'm a little bit more lenient with Bruce's stay, because if I have him on the stay and he's facing this way, and then I go across the gym this way, he'll get up and turn around or bear crawl to keep eyes on me, which is, he's doing his job, so I'm allowing that.
Edgar Perez, hey Jason and Kara, I have a 16-week Connie Corso. She has a habit that she pees a little when she gets happy. Did that ever happen to you guys?
Not with Bruce. He's never done it, but Justice does it sometimes.
Gets so happy he will there'll be like a random little piddle if he
I'll
just gets super happy. Yeah, you'll be like, he peed right there.
Yeah.
And that's like literally after he's gone out to the bathroom a couple times in the morning, and I'm with the dogs in the morning, and Jason will come out of the bedroom, and you will think like God just came down, and like the dogs go nuts.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes like a little pee comes out.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Not all the time, but yeah, I don't recall
like,
that with Bruce.
When I'm home, so off camera, when I'm home during the day alone with the dogs, it's not like I'm sitting there like loving up on the dogs all the time, engaging with the dogs all day.
You're working.
I'm like doing work.
Yeah.
I'll take them outside to play with them. I let them play together, but I think that's a big part of it. Mm-hmm. It's like in a relationship, if you just start dating a girl or a guy and you're needy, they don't want that. If like you're super needy and like text them a million times and call them, hey, what you doing? Like, why aren't you responding to my text? You're gonna be like, well, dude, back off, right? But
I love that
the
you're
reverse
giving
psychology,
right
the reverse psychology, if she texts me and I maybe give it a few hours before I text her back, it kind of makes her want me more. It's just truth, right? It's just how the brain works. And it's like, it's the same with dogs, I think.
Yeah.
If you see a dog and you're like, oh my God, look at you. It's like, you're their bitch now. Remember Andy Whipple?
Yeah.
He'd come over to the house with Winston. And
Winston
our English bulldog.
His bitch.
And I'd tell him straight off the bat, the first time he ever came in the house, I'm like, ignore the dog.
Yes.
Did he ignore the dog? No. High-pitched voices. What happened every time Andy Whipple came over? And Kevin.
Oh, yeah. Own them.
Winston would hump them.
He'd own them. He'd stand right up and...
I'm like, I told you. Now you're, all dogs aren't like that, but,
No.
So, yes, have a purpose. Let's get back to this topic. Have a purpose with your dog. Have a purpose of why you want your dog. Have a purpose for your dog, like what's your dog going to do. Have a purpose with your training, like what level do you want them trained at. For me, I don't care about your dog doing tricks. I don't care about the super strict, tight, competition type obedience. I don't care about that. I want a companion animal that will listen to everything I say, that I can recall from 1,000 feet away. Well, they probably couldn't hear me from 1,000 feet, but you know what I'm saying. From a super far distance, I can just say their name and they're gonna come back.
Yeah.
Because that'll save their life.
Yeah.
They're running into traffic or something like that. That was my purpose with Bruce, and that's my purpose with Justice. My other purpose is to have him off leash. I achieved that. I'm working with Justice off leash. I had him on how far is it, do you think, as far as I walked the other day? 1.25 miles maybe, there and back?
Yeah.
Off leash the whole time. Stayed in the heel. Right next to me. Didn't care if Bruce wandered off. He would stay in the heel right next to me. But do I expect that to change? Even though he understands? Yeah, when he hits adolescence, he's going to get more, pushback.
Yeah.
I'm fully expecting that.
A few people have asked if you're going to do protective work with Justice.
No, I don't have $20,000.
Work.
I don't have $20,000.
I don't know if people think we've done protection work with Bruce.
I think a lot of people are like really, I don't want to say uneducated because that sounds kind of like, mean. But I don't think a lot of people understand what protection work involves. You just can't take an internet course and be like, I'm going to do protection work with my dog.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just go to any dog trainer and be like, hey, I want to do protection work. It takes a very specific person, and it's usually around $20,000 to $40,000. If you guys want to donate me $20,000, I can film the whole thing and we can get him Justice protection dog.
Wow,
but it's not cheap. Well, if you buy, you can buy. Why does that keep coming up? Sorry, something keeps coming up. You can buy an adult dog that was trained in protection work. So basically, they do a lot with Germans, Shepherds. So basically, you have like a guardian, and it's like super protective. People can't come up and pet it.
Yeah.
You're paying $20,000 to $40,000 for that dog.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want people to be able to pet the dogs.
Yeah, you're literally paying $20,000 to $40,000 for that dog. So I don't think a lot of people understand that because I get that question a lot.
Right.
I mean, and there's different kinds of protection work. There's personal protection work. There's having a guard dog, like let's say like a junkyard guard dog.
Yeah.
Where basically from puppyhood, you wouldn't really be socializing them.
Right.
You want them to hate everyone that comes
right.
into that junkyard
Right.
at night when
You
nobody's
want them
there.
to question everyone.
You want them to not like anyone, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like, again, you need a purpose for your dog. Your dog can't be X, Y, and Z. It can't be all of these things. It just can't. It's not how,
Right.
you know. They're just like humans, you know. You can't be a professional at everything you do. You need to pick your course and stick to it.
Yeah.
Should we go through? Okay. So now, the main message of this, have a purpose.
Yeah.
And that'll make you more diligent.
Right.
That will make you stick to your guns. You're not going to want to train your dog some days, but if you have that goal, that purpose, and you're going to have the discipline to keep following through on days you don't feel good, on days when you don't want to be out training, on days when you're tired, but you still have to train your dog.
And I like in your video you brought home the point too that you don't have to be perfect. No one's going to be perfect with it. There's going to be moments that get missed or lost, but it's about having the purpose and doing the best you can.
So I couldn't show you that video here, guys. It is called Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't realize on screen share. They couldn't hear us. Okay. It's George, it is paused. The video wasn't playing. There's no video playing.
People might be a little bit behind too.
From India, okay. What do we got here?
No more screen sharing. We got it. Sorry, guys.
I don't know why you're losing sound. That's so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, because we've been able to do that on my lives.
Uh-huh.
Lives are so hit and miss.
They are.
So stressful. People have asked me questions about lives because they know I do them, and I'm like, I'm not trying to withhold information. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, I do it all.
And I'm not trying to be ignorant. It's literally Jason does it, the whole entire thing. So.
And sometimes there'll be no sound. And it's nothing we did. I literally just end the stream and restart it, and the sound's there. Like that's how hit or miss it is.
Right.
And I hate it. They're never consistent. Sometimes even the picture quality. Sometimes the picture quality, because I only do the lives in 1080p. That way there's not a 3-minute lag between me talking and what you guys see right now. There's already a 30-second, 1-minute lag. But sometimes it looks great. Sometimes it's just choppy. I hate it.
Like Lexi says, the tech has its days.
The tech has its days.
We're all allowed our days.
All right, so it's 3:40. So we got about 5 to 10 minutes left here, because then she's going live on her channel, Kara Corey Fit Life on YouTube. What's your topic going to be? Her channel, for anybody that doesn't know, is about health, fitness, lifestyle, fashion. And her lives are always. She's also a registered dietitian. This beautiful woman. She's a woman of many talents. I'm very blessed. And she likes my designs. So
I love your designs.
It makes me extra happy. So go subscribe to her channel. You'll see Bruce probably in that live as well. And what's it going to be about?
It's going to be about all the bad nutrition myths that we've heard. We're going to talk about them, debunk them.
Nightmare nutrition advice.
Correct.
We were trying to think of a title.
There's a lot of that on social media right now. Yep. So if you guys have any that you want to share, you can come to my live and talk some trash. Sorry,
Sujira. No, I cannot. I don't do that. Because then watch it not be purebred, then you're going to come yell at me.
Oh, someone wants to know how well trained our bulldog was.
he was well trained for what we wanted him for. You know.
Yeah, we're in a different part of our lives.
We're in a different part of our lives. It's like
we were young.
We wanted an apartment dog.
Yeah.
That's why we got like a lazy dog that didn't need much land, that didn't need a lot of
Correct.
space. I mean, you can have a Corso in an apartment. Like our house is small.
Absolutely.
Our house is what 1,700, not even 1,690 square feet. There's a lot of space taken up for video stuff. So the actual living space, there isn't that much, unfortunately. But you really need like space. So you can have a Corso even an apartment, but you need outdoor space where they can run free with you know, for hours a day.
Thank you, Susan Rodenhaver, for the $10 donation.
Thank you, Susan. That's very kind of you.
No need to be sorry if you're late, because Jason keeps these on the channel.
Yeah, Susan. So I keep these on the channel, so you'll be able to go back and like watch this. Thank you for joining, and thank you so much for your donation. It's very kind of you. It helps feed the boys. Susan doesn't know. Justice was in here. He's being too attention seeking, so I created him, and he hasn't made a peep. He probably went to sleep. He was probably
I
tired.
think he was exhausted.
He's still tired. He's still tired from his outing at the mall yesterday.
And maybe he thought his purpose was to like be doing something on camera, and he was kind of confused what he needed to be doing.
Yeah, in giving a dog a purpose, like we were talking about too, I just want to speak about going to the mall yesterday.
Correct.
And socializing them. When you give your dog a purpose, it tires them out. What happened when we got home?
Oh my, they passed out.
3 or 4 hours.
They wouldn't have gotten up to
She
eat.
had to wake them up to feed them.
Yes.
Like they like literally, Justice had the big Jolly Ball. He fell asleep on it.
Yeah, it was
like
his pillow.
literally, he used it as a pillow for like 3 hours. It was hilarious.
Like literally, JJ got up, but then Bruce, like I had to go over and like put the plate in front of it and like waft it to him, and he was like one eye opened, and they were so tired, and I think some of that's coming into play today too with how tired they are.
Beautiful. I'm a puppy kind of course, so sometimes it's very difficult for me to know how to manage the situation. I want to have him good manners in the house because he destroys some of my stuff. I need advice. Rika, how does he destroy your stuff? Like, how is that puppy able to destroy your stuff without you stopping him? Let me know, and I can continue with that.
Yeah.
What age I stopped crating him? Bruce, 1.5 years. Thank you, Anne. Hopefully, you know, that was kind of like my purpose with the channel. I'm not a dog trainer. I always say I'm not a dog trainer, but I'm really good at training dogs. I really understand them. So I just kind of wanted to, shine a positive light in the breed, because at the time, they didn't have a positive light. You know, I don't want to be like tooting my own horn, but Corsos got popular really because of the channel and because of you guys helping the channel grow. So basically, you guys helped make this breed popular.
It's true.
And I wanted to I want dogs to have a good life. I don't want somebody to get a dog, because all your dog has is you. That's all your dog has, is you and your family. People don't understand that. Yeah. So when you get home from work from a long day and you're in a bad mood and you're tired and you have to feed your kids and you have to feed yourself and you have to cook dinner and you have to cook your food for the next day, you still have a dog that
is looking for something from you.
That's looking for like love, for attention. So that was like the other purpose with this channel, was just to show that, you know, how to be a better dog owner.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be hard. Like, you see how well Bruce is trained. You see how well Justice is trained. Yeah. I'm not a professional dog trainer.
Right.
So I'm just trying to share with you guys that, you know, you can do it too. You just have to have your mindset proper. Did he have... let me see. Yep, I did get Bruce a DNA test.
Did you do a video on that, or?
I did a video on it. You can find it. They're mixed with Neapolitan. Well, every dog is mixed.
Yeah.
Any dog is mixed. You have to mix certain dogs to make a certain breed, and then after time, it becomes like standardized by the AKC. You're never just gonna find a dog without other dogs in it. That's how
they're created.
That's how they're created.
Kubrick's gonna look for a senior Corso to rescue. I feel like that's like the dream for me, is like to quit my job. I know it'd be hard though emotionally, but I also like have always felt like we're just such good dog owners. We could just take these dogs that like no one wants at the end of their life and just give them the best end of life ever. You know, but it's also very sad.
It's very sad. I don't know if I can deal with it.
It's hard emotionally.
And I like being able to mold my dog from the start.
Yeah,
is a big part of it too. You know, those are the two things.
Yeah, I think that's great though, for people that will do it or foster until they find a home.
He'd chew my bed frame. He'd chew the door. Even if I leave 10 minutes, sometimes he's doing this. Well, how come you can't leave him for 10 minutes, bro? He's a puppy. You know? You can't leave a puppy without watching them. You just can't. You got to crate them. It's basically on you. If Justice is in here and I leave the room and he chews Kara's makeup brushes over there, that's not the puppy's fault.
Yeah.
That's my fault. You know, I have to have eyes on the puppy 24/7. And a lot of people put too much trust in a puppy.
Yeah, it's true. That's essentially what it boils down to. Like, you can't trust them.
You can't trust them.
Eyes off them 1 second, something could be in their mouth. Like, it happens. It happens with Justice. If I take my eyes off him, my slipper's going in his mouth. That's on me because I stopped watching him. It's unfair for me to think that he's mature enough.
Give him some airtime. Give Bruce some airtime. Beautiful boy.
We only got a couple minutes left here.
Yeah. So yeah, that's on you, bro. Just literally eyes on the puppy 24/7.
Yeah, you gotta tighten that.
You gotta tighten your game up. You gotta tighten that game up. It's never too late to train, Mason. It's going to be harder to train.
Sure.
But it's never too late to train.
Because, like, even, like, after the pandemic hit, right? So we were, like, inside a lot. Bruce, even though he was a well-socialized adult, mature adult, when we had to go back into the world, I would say there was a little bit of re-socialization. Just to make sure.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it was, like, a little bit more retraining, if you will. But yeah, it's never too late.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, you know, put them in the crate, put them in a pen.
Yeah.
You never leave a baby unattended. Yeah, people forget, especially with Corsos, and not just Corsos, any giant breed dog.
Yeah.
That they're puppies.
Right.
Justice does not look like a puppy. He's 17 weeks old. He's a puppy.
It's easy to forget he's a puppy.
He's probably like pushing 60 pounds now. It's like
rough.
You know, he's bigger than a lot of dogs, just full adult dogs already. So like you see these dogs and like it's just really easy to forget he's a baby.
Yeah,
you know,
and
puppies are babies. They don't know better. They're curious. Everything they see, they can only explore with their paws and their mouth.
Yeah.
They want to know about everything, so they're going to explore everything with their mouth. They're going to put everything in their mouth.
And then there's teething that occurs. You can't really blame them for that. They're teething, or you know, the larger breed dogs, they could be going through growing pains, or you know, that's a mechanism for them to let out that frustration.
It really depends on. I have a 17 and 13-year-old girls, and they're both have emotional issues. We're looking to buy a Cane Corso, and I'm wondering if they'd be good emotional support. It really depends on how your kids are with dogs.
Yeah.
It really depends on that. Are your kids trained with dogs? I've seen kids be super respectful to dogs. I've seen kids be total D-bags to dogs. So it really comes down to how mature they can be with a dog, how serious they can take the dog. They need to put in the same amount of training as you would have to put in with the dog. So it really depends on that. And then you really need to find the proper breeder who's breeding for temperament. You know, you don't want to start with a puppy who already has like, you know, aggressive type tendencies. So tread lightly, finding a breeder.
Yeah.
Is probably the best advice I can give. And just assure your kids are good with dogs. Hope that helps.
One more question?
Yeah, one more question. I won't answer this one because I used to work out of the house. I retired
Bruce.
March 17th, 2021. I gave my 4-week notice to retirement.
Where are you going, Biggs?
He's like, these people want to see me.
You can come down. Okay.
Well, people see what I mean.
Come on down, handsome.
So, Jason, if you're possibly working like Kara, especially out of the house, how would things be maintained, or what would you have done routine for you guys with Bruce and Justice? So, essentially, I'd get up in the morning. I'd get up extra early. He just spun around like 4 times. I'd get up extra early. She would get up early, and we'd handle business as usual with the dogs. So Bruce would get walked before I went to work some days. How did we do it? We didn't work out together. We didn't work out together.
We didn't work out together. I would go to the gym earlier than Jason, and then I would come home from the gym every day, drive to the gym, drive back.
Yes.
And then I would typically go into work at 9 o'clock. Like I would take a later start time.
Because I'd be at work at 7:30.
Right, so you could kind of get things going in the morning. I'd come back from the gym, take over.
I'd get up at 4:20, go to the gym, then straight from there to go to work. On off days, you got to sleep in, and I would take care of Bruce on my off gym days. That's how we did it, right? So he'd get fed in the morning.
Yeah.
He'd get some exercise in the morning. He'd get drill work in the morning, right?
Yeah.
You'd walk him some days, and then he'd be crated all day. I'd get home before her, and then I'd feed him. I'd play with him. I'd do all the things. I'd do his drill work. As a puppy, actually, this used to be carpeted, and we had a crate right over there. It was Winston's room. Justice's mini crate was Winston's, our previous dog, which became Bruce's crate. Bruce's giant crate is now Justice's crate, but it was over there in the corner. So at first, there was nothing. We had nothing in this room except for carpet and Bruce's toys in the crate. So he'd have free roam of the room. The room would be shut. The door would be shut. We'd have somebody come over, a dog walker, walk him midday. When he was really young, we'd have friends come over. We basically tried to get him out.
My sister, you had a friend. We had like a few different people that we would try
Probably
to see
for the
if
first 4 months.
Yep, come over and like just, even if it was just to let him out to the bathroom or something. And then we also did try to ensure he had like a Kong with things frozen inside it, things to kind of keep him
Yep. And around 6 months, he decided to remodel the room for us. He ripped up the carpet and he chewed all the windowsills.
Yes, he did.
So from then on, he was crated 24/7. He was crated the entire time we're at work. So that's how we handled that. And again, we still had people come over. By that point, it wasn't every day, but we tried probably at least 2 times a week. Somebody come over and walk him. It was like $20 to have somebody come over and walk him. A friend would come over.
He's just staring at how handsome he is.
He is. He is handsome.
You are.
He is handsome. And then at 17 months is when we started doing free roaming the house. Let me move the computer over so it doesn't bump it. So 17 months is when we started letting him free roam. And it wasn't like all at once. It was like baby steps. So that's how we handled things. And I feel like with Justice free roaming, I have a feeling it's going to be much sooner, because you got to remember now, I'm home with him all the time. So he's learning house manners every single day, all day long, compared to Bruce when he's in his crate for 10 to 12 hours while we're at work. So Justice has the advantage of being taught a lot more.
Yeah.
So we're going to end it here, guys.
My watch just reminded me to get up and move.
Yeah, I've been sitting here for
like, get your fat butt up.
54 minutes now.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed the live. Make sure you do all the things on the way out. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, ring the ding-a-lings. Again, she's going live at 5 p.m., so in 1 hour and 6 minutes, Kara Corey Fit Life on YouTube. Make sure you check that out. Remember, these shirts, again, for all the people who are late.
That's my favorite one.
This is my favorite. The Grunge collection, we have 4, limited time only. So you can't message me like a month from now when they're all sold out saying, hey, are you going to make more of these shirts? No, one time only. We have that one. We have this one, which I designed them all. This is based off the Batman logo.
I think that's why these are my favorite, because you designed
Bruce
them.
Wayne in there.
And you had so much fun designing these too, and I think it shows. Like, these are my favorite shirts.
Well, I haven't...
He's a designer.
Yeah, I've done that forever. My 2 jobs ago, I was a graphic designer. My last job as creative director of some companies. We got this one.
Some companies.
Some sports nutrition companies. MTS Nutrition, Outright Bar.
Love that one too.
And then we got this one. So big bold graphic tees.
Yeah.
Check out the description box. Links in there. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I will be live again Thursday, late morning, early afternoon. That segment will not have Kara. Unfortunately, she's at work. That segment's called Coffee and Corsos. So make sure you bring your coffee. Have a chit chat with us. And we will see you guys.